gets a little taller, your zipper gets a little taller in front of you, and you take your time coming down the long side. It's not that I want her suddenly going really slow, but by asking her to wait, she doesn't throw her chest ahead of her legs. Yeah. Good. 20 meters. There. And then that corner is much better. You have time to take the extra step. Yeah? Yeah. And you can feel this, but if she's tighter on her outside still. So she's still a little bit shorter on the outside of the horse than the inside. But as you work through this without holding, she will start to realize she can let go more and more and more on the right side, and she'll be able to take bigger steps. If she holds her hip slightly to the left, yeah, right? Because that right hind is taking you shorter steps than the left one. So it's faster for her to kind of angle and then take quick steps on the right. So as you're working on your own, because we can't fix everything in an hour, I want you to really kind of step down into your left stirrup and focus on sending her hips out of the circle a little bit so that she almost turns quicker with the shoulder and slower with the hips. So that slightly shoulder in or shoulder fore feeling in the front, where I want you to bring your hands a little more in front of your left knee so that the right shoulder comes in front of you as you turn. That's part of what happens here with the free walk coming this way too. She's just a little she's nice and soft and loose, but she's crooked. Does that make sense? Yeah. So it's not a terrible thing, it's a sweet thing. Yeah. Right? It's fixable. You just have to be diligent with it. You'll not hold you, I'm not going to pull you around, but I want you to start taking your right shoulder a little more in front of me. Yeah. Stepping down into your left stirrup and helping her hips come out and her shoulder come in. Good. So as you're turning, again, we're going for these 8, right? That's why I'm here. Yeah. So to make sure the hind end of the horse is straight on the circle and taking the true 20, you know, the hind should take 20 and the shoulder should take 19. Okay, does that make sense? Yeah. So in order for her to line up, you want to line up the inside shoulder and the inside hip on the straight line, which actually means that the outside shoulder has to move quicker because the front end of the horse is more narrow than the back end of the horse. Right? So the shoulders have to move quicker. That's why we talk about you want the horses to be in shoulder 4 in order to kind of be straight. You have to reach shoulder like this better. I love this rhythm. Super. Good. And then I want to walk transition, just maintaining a little bit of position in the front, where you keep her in a slight shoulder forward feeling. Good. Think about lifting your chest and then walking. Good. Your hand in front of you. Good. Look close. You know what I'm saying. You just got to have you on the front of your seat and you walk right back. Okay? Up to trot. We'll just do a few transitions, and then we'll try it down center line in our halt. Good. Raise your left hand a little bit. Super. Good. Keep your right hand down in neutral, just sort of near the wither. Oh, no, sorry, I'm moving now. Oh, I thought you were saying. It's fine. It's fine. Now you come up center line, now that I'm taking this. Okay. Good. Good. So don't drop the left hand when you turn. Good. Keep your chest up. Left hand up, left hand up, left hand up, left hand up. Even more. Still a little close. Okay. So that is 6 walk steps.
Yeah, so that's what the little.
So you're just at the end of, right? It's not bad. I would still mark that pretty well because it was pretty quiet, right? And you're not excessively walking, but just if you're counting on the ring, you're just on the cusp.
Yeah, I kind of put those few extra because I knew I was going to make that.
Well, another thing, and for me too, with a green horse, if you can try to square up the front a little bit, it's great because then it really appears more square. You can kind of hide the back end slightly from me.
Yeah.
Right? You can tell some secrets. So if it is the difference of like that, you're like this, and you can just push this leg a little bit and take the extra step, do it.
Okay.
Right? Because then you are squaring up. That's a better mark than this.
Right.
You know. 5 steps versus 6 steps, take it 6.
Yeah.
But just so you're aware for your timing, that you not walk too long. If I was talking down on that, I just made you aware.
Yeah.
Okay? So let's trot off. Let's do 120-meter circle. I don't care if you go right or left. Either be in the middle, and then we'll do that again.
Okay.
Good. Put your feet forward at the curve. There you go. Push from there, not behind you. When you bring your feet back behind the girth, you disengage your seat from the side. Right? Keep yourself planted. Push her from the girth. Super. Good. Keep that left hand up a little bit. Feel like you can lead up and forward with the left hand a little more, so she doesn't drop the shoulder. That was a nice turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. No, it's fine. Because again, she's landed fairly square in the front. So you know she's comfortable around 6. If you can back it down a little bit, great. But that's a pretty good halt, right? Yeah. Judge, pretty good? Fairly straight? Yeah. Right? Especially at intro level. Like I'm not going to fuss too much because once the horse halts, don't fuss. No more. Right? Right? You can land like this. No more fuss. Because otherwise you create an anxious horse at X and you never want to do that.
Yeah.
Right? So try to help the landing the best you can and then smile. Right? Okay? One more time. Good. Left hand up. Out and forward. When it's the weaker hand, it wants to sit down and passively. I want you to carry that elbow out in front of you a little bit more. Good. So 120-meter circle at A first.
All right.
Then come down. Good. Left hand up. There you go. Carry that tray of grapes equally in front of you with your hand. Bottom up. Oops. As my old coach used to say, that's okay. Oh. AKA low three. Good. Left hand up and forward. Hand up and forward. Up and forward. Up and forward. Up and forward. Better. You want to give her freedom over the left shoulder. Left hand up. Hand up. That's great. Right here, just pull her down. That doesn't matter. Yeah. Good. Because again, we try to hold and make her anxious so she doesn't block from the shoulders. Right? A lot of the time they come down, there's a crowd of people that are like, and at intro, like that doesn't hit me. I want her on her chest. I want you to just kind of land it and just try to follow the soft contact itself. Because if she knows you'll follow, she'll come back down. Right? If you hold, and then she pulls, it's going to drop her down. Then we don't like it. Right? No. So let's go one more time, but let's go to the right. So that we're going to enter for the other
She
one.
was straight coming down.
You
On
straight?
center. Yeah.
Thank you.
The other one a little bit to the left.
Yeah.
That was still straight.
Super. Come in your circle, then come in. Good. Don't get her too tight in the neck. Up and forward and free in your shoulder. Follow with the contact. So you're finding back to the direction of the horse. Where do you want my hand? Because they belong to her now. Good. Slow your back. Raise your hand. Slow your back. Slow your back. Breathe. So even though she's slightly off on this pole, that shoulder stayed up. You really wanted to do this, but because you didn't, she kept the step up. She just kind of went, the back was a little bit funny, but she was going up happy. But when we keep our hands up and above the wither and the shoulder, they can land up and above. You know what I mean? A lot of us want to do this and say stay round or stay here, but when you do that, you drop the hand slightly below the wither, and then all of a sudden the horse is crammed in, right? And creating a tiny block. I want her to get 2 inches taller than she wants. Right? So we have to kind of get out of the way. Okay, does that make sense?
Yeah.
And you don't have to do a whole lot with it. All you're doing is you're following, and then you're closing your lower leg to keep the hind end coming and landing underneath. Right? That makes sense?
Yeah, no, I didn't think of that.
Yeah, because it's just, keep yourself up out of the way. It's again, keep some of it. Right? Because she's allowed to go this way as much as she wants to. And then you maintain a soft contact so she doesn't go like this.
Yeah.
Right? just have to give her room and confidence to say, you land like this. Right, so we're trying to keep the back.
Right, yeah, no, that's a good analogy.
Yeah, the zipper, keep the zipper on your back, nice and long. Okay? Okay. Okay, I'm just saying one more time, I'm doing this. Go one more time to the right, like just because she landed like that, I just want you to feel it, and then I promise I won't make you do a pulse again. Then we'll do the free walk. Good. Yeah, so soft on the right. Even though it's the strong side, allow her to move within it. Good, yeah, and ignore it. You're not going to shake your head at it, leave it there. Good. Yeah, that's fine. Hang up, hang up. The tighter you turn, the taller you sit. So if you're going to do a 10, you're going to be real straight, like the mast on a ship. Slow your breath. Up tilt. Up tilt. Up tilt. Up tilt. Yes, up tilt. Better. There you go. I love the neck and shoulder.
Yeah.
Like, look at yourself in the mirror. I love the neck and shoulder. When she starts to understand that you will follow this, just stop this, just a little bit, and then you get it done. Right? Rounding comes from the offering of the horse, not the horse in the water. Right? You know this. But it's harder to do than it is to say.
Yeah.
So, you have to get the correct posture in the shoulder and the neck and the chest, and then the rest falls into place.
You don't want it to fall into a heap.
No, yeah, otherwise you get, people get up center line, they're like, I don't want it to go. And they go like this, and they go, I need to keep the horse ground, and the horse like lands like this. And then as a judge, I literally see 4 feet and a horse with his nose like this.
Yeah.
I can see absolutely, you are the most naked to me coming down center line. I can see all sides of the horse.
Yeah.
So people come in and then they go, oh, round, 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 and then I literally see this.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my God, makes me dizzy. So I don't get the urge to yell at people except for that moment. So I want you to come in softly, show me her chest. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Show me how, I want you to peacock at me a little bit. And just show me, if you can land square in front, that's awesome for training you first, or for intro to training. Right? You're not expected to be somewhat round and connected until first level. There's an understanding in training level where there's a softness in the horse and acceptance of the contact, but it is not round. So this is the hill that I would die on, even though if you read the directives and if you go to LDA or you ride at silver or gold level, they nail you for not being round at training level, and it makes me like so mad.
Yeah.
Because it's training
Yeah.
level. Right? The horse is in training. It's the first act of canter work.
Yeah.
So to expect a breed horse to be like holding itself together is just ridiculous.
Yeah.
That's a whole other. I could go on forever. So for me, and especially at these grassroots, these levels, I just want some soft.
Yeah.
Right? So show me that, and I will give you 7 to me. It's just, Okay, so I want you to go up to trot. We're going to go, so do a 20-meter circle at that end, just to get going. Then you're going to do a diagonal MXK, and then you're going to do your walk piece from your test. Okay, so you're going to walk between K and A, and then your free walk and all of that. Oh, okay. We just have to change direction in order to do it. So I thought instead of just flying her across the other way, we'll throw in a circle. Okay, so lift your chest, slow your vest down, find your corners. Lift your left hand. Yeah. Slow your vest. Good. And then sit on your butt for the walk. Hands up and forward, stay tall. Good. That's better. That was thoughtful. So walk through the turn. Good. Now over down. Okay. Down. Move your elbows a little bit. There you go. Push along a bit. That's better. Good. And now you have no time because it's a short diagonal. You've got to pick her up. So when you are crossing E, she should be in contact. Because you're supposed to show me a full medium walk from E to H.
Okay, so before I get to E, I need to...
Yeah. So I love what you did there. It took you a second to kind of get going, but then she gave us a great walk.
Yeah.
Right? So after I cross my border line, now I'm gathering.
Okay.
I'm still technically on the diagonal, but I have gathered, because when I get here, she should be in contact.
Right, okay.
Right? If you gather until here, you've lost half the movement, right? And even though you could still close it nicely, so 5.5, maybe 6, which is good, right? And you deserve more than that, because she has it when you go up.
You think that would be easy?
You'd think, but you don't have a lot of room in a shorter thing like this, right?
Yeah.
So you have to be kind to yourself, and you have to make a training decision for the horse. Right now, you're probably going to pick what is more important to me, free walk or medium walk. If she's really trying to offer you a good free walk, I would maybe sacrifice here a little bit and let her give you that full free walk that she loves, that she's good at. And then, maybe this part could be half mark down because you haven't quite got it. A horse that doesn't have a great free walk yet, you're going to gather sooner and try to get your mark here instead. So it's a training decision for you based on the strengths of your horse.
Right.
You're not going to be able to train her and fix it in warm-up before your test. You know this.
Yeah.
So you have to kind of go top 3 things. What's she good at, right? Left canter, circle, my halt, and my free walk, whatever. So you pick those things and you really try to show those off.
Right.
And then you just kind of hold her hand through the rest of it, right? We just sort of try to get every little mark we can with all the positivity in the world because she's giving it to her all.
Right.
So, in your opinion, especially on the day, because sometimes it can change, if your free walk is awesome and you're like, this feels great, look at us go, focus on that and then risk picking her up for medium walk slightly light. So you get a higher free walk mark.
Yeah.
If she's all distracted and a little tight, pick her up for sure by E and really nail this one, right? Because you have an opportunity, you have 2 opportunities for a good walk mark, And then once she gets really balanced, you will be able to nail both of them. But at intro and training, you're usually kind of picking.
Yeah.
Right? So let's do that again. So you can just pick up trot and go across the diagonal. And then really just make sure you're setting yourself up. You got to slow her down just a little bit from A to F in the corner before your free walk. So that you use every inch of that arena to get her fully set up. If you cut the corner, you've made that even shorter.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And we don't really have any real estate to lose. Again, you're at a bit of an advantage because she's nice and compact. So, she can fit in these bases. Great. Good. Make sure you're carrying the left hand, not just the right one. Your right one has a really nice natural position. So I want you to take, your homework is to take the left one and go buddy system with the right and get it to match the height of the right one when you're trotting around. Good. Slow your vest down. I love the engine, but you feel that you're just creeping into tension?
Yes.
Yeah. I want supple. I want you to feel like you could shake your back out. You know what I mean? Everything has to feel kind of hippy-dippy fluid. Yeah, good. Slow your back. Ooh. You're not at first level yet. There's no landing. Yeah. It will be her time to shine when you get there, but keep it a secret for now. Okay, every step you can get from this corner. Take your time, lay it careful. Out, go, walk, move. Yeah. Move your elbows, move your hips. Good for you. There you go. Super. Now, gather. I love the head shape. That's that was better.
I'm walking.
That's okay, that's okay. That was still a better gather. So if you can, the faster way to gather your reins, once you've given them, put them together in one hand and slide. If you can. It's tricky. Yeah, so if she's in a free walk, she's going to be out and down. Right? So we're going to be a little bit longer. So, pick them up and she's going to be free walk. Put it in your left hand. Put it in your strong hand. And now slow up with both. So we kind of here. Slide it. And then you take it back. Yes, that's better. And then you take it back. Yeah. Yeah. So you kind of do it in a way where you're not really showing you're doing it with one hand. You have to connect. But you can put your hands together and kind of go like this and then just gap. If it's neat and tidy, you just
Well, she's just
good, well, you're already short. Yeah. Yeah, and now here. Okay, let's do that a couple times, let's practice. Find it. It's just that little bit of being connected, because as you kind of lift your chest coming into it, as soon as she feels you doing that, she's probably going to lift her neck anyway, so you just follow it up, right? Even if it's not fully connected, you still might be able to get an extra, like, inch or two up the grade when you're going here as she lifts up the door. But you just gather it quickly so you don't have like flopping reins trying to get out to the knee. Wow.